Hello, lovely people. Great to see you. Glad you're on time today, Rich. I was getting worried about you. Today, I am going to pick up where I left off yesterday with doing a little bit of optimization of some of my videos. So I went and picked a few candidates on the stream yesterday for optimization. So I've gone through and made a few extra thumbnails that I can go and do a split test on. There's also one that I'm going to try and change the title on. So I'll just get straight on into it. No need to waste any time because I've got plenty of other videos to make today as well. So here I am in the TubeBuddy A/B testing. In fact, let me just come out of here for a moment. I'll come into this one because this is one of the things in TubeBuddy that is on the web interface. So if you come into TubeBuddy here and then down at the side, you've got all these tools that are sort of built into the browser or into the, I should say, YouTube Studio. But then we've also got website tools here. And it's this one, A/B tests, and that's basically going to launch it in the regular web browser. So this is these are the tests that I ran before. So I'm going to just go and create some new ones, and I've got 6 different things to change. So I'll just go through the process of doing this, and then we'll have a little look at what comes up. It will just bring up your previous 6 videos to start with, but you can just search by title. So one of them was Ecamm Live Video Monitor. If I just type video monitor, I should be able to just search for it in the same way that you could search for it on YouTube. That is the one. This is one that I identified from the click-through rate opportunities tool that we looked at in the live stream yesterday. And I've done a few TubeBuddy videos that are going out today and over the next, well, a few more today, actually. Hey, Dina, great to see you here. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on select because I'm going to change the thumbnail for this one. For these, the time, you can either set it for a specific time, so number of days, or until it is statistically significant. So I'm just actually going to select that one in this case, just because I'm not sure exactly how many views this one gets on an ongoing basis. But there's, you know, you want to have enough data to be able to make draw a conclusion from it. So I'll click on this one. So this is Ecamm Live Video Monitor. There is my silly little face on that one. And if I click on Choose File, I've got a very similar look on the other one, but it's basically just this updated style. I'm interested to see what this... sorry, I've just realised I've forgotten exactly which one it is I'm doing now. Video monitor, there we go. I'm interested to see how this goes because I have tried to keep it sort of pretty similar, but it's just in this new style or slightly changed style. In fact, this one I have changed a couple of things, but there you go. So it's as simple as that. I'm just going to click on Start Test. Ready to start test. So this is just basically going to be now as it's serving these videos. Hey, Kevin. Great to see you. Just popping in. Yeah, so now that test is running. And so it tells you the start date, and then it will tell you if you come back and check in here. So if I go back to the main page there, so into the A/B tests, in here, then you'll see that this one is now just running, so it tells you that this one is in progress. You can always come and click into it and see how it's getting on as you go along, and it'll tell you how many cycles, how many times it's been presented and all that sort of stuff, and then it will start showing results. And you can see how it's got the start date there is the 11th of April, and the initial results will be ready on the 14th. But then, as I say, it's going to run until it's statistically significant, which I expect to be like at least a couple of weeks or something like that, and then it will pop up the result for us. So I'm going to do another couple of those. So if I come back into here and just click on Create New Test. So I've got another one that was related to Ecamm. So that was the Manage Windows one. Let's have a little look if this comes up. That's the one. By the way, if you are a Keyboard Maestro user, this is a good one to watch. I'll leave a link to all these in the description. I'll go back and actually put in all these videos just in case any of them catch your eye. But this is a video where I explain how I basically manage all of my Ecamm Live, like all the different utility windows, and I do that with Keyboard Maestro. So you can have it like open and close, just the ones you want open. So for example, like for my live stream, I press a button, it opens like the bandwidth monitor, the comments and reactions window, and all that sort of stuff. So that is what this video is about. So I often get asked about this, so I refer people to it. So I wanted to just improve on the thumbnail. I think improve. We'll have to wait until the verdict is there as to whether it is actually genuinely improved. But there you go. So there we go. That is that one. Click yes to start. I'll just do another couple of these, and then I will report back with the findings. I'll sort of check in with these over the next couple of weeks, and on my stream, and then we'll see how they are performing. It's really weird that you think that like this one has got this, my old style of thumbnail are in this style, and my new style are in that style. So you would think that the changing them would have the the same effect across all of them. But as we've seen previously, sometimes it was an improvement and sometimes it wasn't. So it's interesting to just see how these sorts of things work. It also depends, of course, where your traffic is actually coming from. Let's have a look at for this one, Shure MV7 review. Now this one, I'm trying this one again because I did do this previously. But let me have a look, Shure MV7. MV7 might help if I spelt it right. Yeah, this one I did change the thumbnail for it last time, but it didn't actually improve it. In fact, it performed significantly worse. So I'm just going to try it again with a slightly different approach to the thumbnail and see if this one does any better or not. So it'll be interesting. Like if this one just comes out, fails to improve on it, then it's clear that this just isn't working. I wondered actually if it was because I've got a sort of yellow background here, so the microphone actually pops out, whereas this is a sort of dark background, so perhaps it doesn't, but we'll see. I mean, it's not a groundbreaking change really, is it? It's not like I've been sort of massively innovative or anything like that, but we will find out. You see, in my head, I would like all of my thumbnails to look consistent, but that isn't necessarily the best way to do it. That's just me trying to be organized and have everything looking the same. That is not necessarily the right approach at all. So let me see what else I've got. I've got one more of these ones to do. So I'll do, in fact, no, I tell a lie. I've got two. This is another popular video that I'm going to do now. It's my one about the my Stream Deck icon pack, basically, for Zoom. And the title of the video is Total Zoom Control. Let's have a little look if what this comes. I can't remember the actual title now. I can remember the thumbnail title. In fact, there we go. It's the top one. So level up your Zoom game with a full set of Zoom controls on Stream Deck. This one already performs pretty well, actually. It's just that I wanted to, because it was one of those ones that does get high traffic, just see if I could improve upon that just a little bit. So I shall do this one as well until it is statistically significant. So yeah, Rich, the Moom stuff, I am doing the positioning of them with Moom, but I'm doing the opening and closing of the windows with Keyboard Maestro. Just to come back to that, in Ecamm Live, if you got to the window menu, you've got the camera effects, comments and reactions, interview, and all that sort of stuff. So you can actually open them from there, but you can't close them from there. Whereas with the buttons that you've got on in fact, let me just digress from this for 1 minute. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come back to this in just 2 secs. I'll just upload the this picture, thumbnail even. Let's get the right technology. What's that one? It's this one here. So just upload this. Oh, why didn't that work? Let me try that again. Upload this one. So there we go. I did try this to change this one before as well, but what I did was I kind of made I changed the wording on the thumbnail and also made the Stream Deck a little bit smaller, just by just by the nature of the way I laid it out. So I've tried to change the color scheme of it, but still keep the proportions and things like that the same. So that is those ones done. Let me just quickly hop out of here though, and I will show you what I was talking about with the Ecamm. Right, so if I come into live demo mode here, in the window menu, obviously with here, what English is that? Here you've got show and hide overlays. So you can see my overlays window. If I just move this over here, this is a toggle. So it toggles it on and off. Okay, but in the window menu, it's not a toggle. It's either switches it on or it does nothing else. So if I come down to the window and look for the overlays, click on that, and there's a keyboard shortcut for it as well. It shows it, but then if I was to press the keyboard shortcut again or click on here, it doesn't disappear. So it's just stuck there. So what I did was in Keyboard Maestro, you can operate menu commands. So to actually open the windows the way that I want them, or rather open the windows that I want to have open, then in the window I come to overlays, say for example, and I wanted that one open, preferences if I want that one open, but then when I want to finish my live stream and close down all the ones that I don't want, I use this one up here, which is hide all utility windows. So I've got a little macro in Keyboard Maestro that basically hides all utility windows, so they all disappear, but then it reopens the ones that I want for just my just for the recording, for example. So how that looks in actual fact is if I press this button here, then basically it opens all of my recording windows, and if I press the live button, it'll open my live chat window, which is actually just off the screen somewhere. Where is it? Hang on a minute, there it is, it's just there. So if I press my record button, see how it closes everything down, but if I press my live button, it opens up just the ones for the live. So that's the little thing that I've got going on with Keyboard Maestro. I then have Moom also do the actual positioning of them, but the Keyboard Maestro is just to actually open the particular windows that I want. I have suggested as a feature request that those be actual toggles, so therefore the keyboard shortcuts for those windows then become a toggle so that you can toggle it on and off as well. So we'll see if that comes about. So that was that was what that video was all about, was how to automate that. And in fact, it was a broader video really about how you can activate menu commands, not menu commands with Keyboard Maestro. So that's one of the things that I use really heavily actually with Keyboard Maestro, is activating menu commands from an application that is in the background rather than the active application. I'll just do one more of these actually. I have got one which is Zoom video in waiting room. This is quite a good feature. I wish they would expand this. So this is a video about, in Zoom, you've got a waiting room feature. So when somebody's coming into a meeting, if you haven't let them in, then they will be in a waiting room. Let me just type without speaking so that I can get this. This is the one. So when people are in a waiting room, you could always have a little bit like an image or graphic or something like that to brand it. Whereas now you can, since 2-3 months ago, you can also have a video play in the waiting room of your Zoom call, which is actually great if you're going to be, if you're using it for business or something, you're having a meeting, or maybe you're doing like an event where you've got like a big group coming in, then it's a way to have a sort of pre-roll thing, a bit like you can do with YouTube really on live streams, where you can have a little sort of pre-roll going. So that's, you could have it as just a generic, company promo video, something like that runs, or if you're doing like an online course or something like that with it could be, how to prepare for the course, the meeting, or whatever it is. The only slight drawback with it, it's not a drawback really, but it's just could be developed further, is that it is a global setting. So you can't do it on an individual meeting basis. So I'd love to see it where, just like with YouTube, when you schedule a live stream, you can have a video for that specific live stream, as a sort of pre-roll. Be great to do that on a meeting by meeting basis, because I've got one Zoom account, but I use it for lots of different things, so I don't want to just actually go and set the thing for every meeting. But what it means is you have to sort of constantly go in and out and make sure you change it before the meeting starts if you do want to use that feature. But yeah, it's very this is quite a popular video as well, relatively relative to my other videos. So that is that one. So these are the ones that I've basically done in fact, how many are there? 5 there that I've got that are for changing up the image. There was another one that I did which was for I was going to try and change the title, and that's the one that I did about my studio build, which is actually really a compilation of joining together 7 or 8 different videos that I did over Vlogmas as I was building it out. And the title of this one was YouTube Studio something. So let's have a little look. No, not that one. YouTube studio build with acoustic panels. So I did do a split test on this one before, and I changed the thumbnail, and it did improve it, but it's still got it's still come up in the click-through rate opportunities finder because it could basically perform better. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to change the title. I obviously didn't run this title, YouTube studio build with acoustic panels. So for me, I wanted to get in that bit about acoustic panels because I felt like that was a big factor in it, in terms of I covered a lot about building those in my video. However, if I come over to Keyword Explorer, which I obviously didn't do at the time, and if I put my title in here, the title that I've actually used in so far, in fact, now look at that. It's actually come up better. That's strange. I'm sure I tested this and it didn't come up very well. Maybe I don't want to change that then. Oops. I was going to change it. I did a little test for something else. I could swear that I tested this earlier and it didn't look very good. I'd even come up with a different title, but my different title, let me just try, was Building My YouTube Recording Studio. Got a feeling this is going to backfire. Whoopsie-daisy. So that is actually what I was thinking of changing it to was worse. I'm sure I actually typed. Maybe I just searched for acoustic panels. So Rich is saying weighted versus unweighted. Yeah, well, I mean, really, it's the weighted that we should be looking at, because the weighted is based on my own. It's how it would be for my specific channel, whereas the unweighted is not. So it is always the weighted that you want to really be looking at. So if we look at what it says just here, in fact, oops. Oh, can't get that off the screen there. General score is for how good this keyword is to target based on search volume and competition. For the unweighted. Weighted is how good this keyword is to target for your specific channel based on search volume, competition, relevancy, and how you compare to others currently ranking in search. Yeah, and it just does point out there that does require a pro license. There's 3 levels with TubeBuddy: Pro, Star, and Legend. And so this is basically, as long as you're on a paid plan, you can see this. But because there is a free plan on TubeBuddy as well. I suppose I should say, if you're interested in trying TubeBuddy, the tools that I've been talking about today, then check out TubeBuddy, sorry, takeonetech.io/TubeBuddy. I could have done that a little bit better, couldn't I? TubeBuddy is a whole suite of tools that can really help you grow your YouTube channel, get more views, and ultimately drive more traffic and get people staying on your videos, more to the point. I use TubeBuddy to optimize my YouTube content, and that is exactly what we're doing in this live stream. So if you'd like to try out TubeBuddy, head over to takeonetech.io/TubeBuddy and give it a go today. And by using that link, my affiliate link, you'll let them know that I sent you. Oh dear, I always feel so cheesy doing those little things, but I suppose it is a good way to just sort of highlight the point, isn't it? So here we go. The weighted thing is the one that we want. So in actual fact, I'm having second thoughts about this test because I don't know what I searched for earlier. I must have searched for just acoustic panels or something like that. YouTube studio build. YouTube. I wonder if we could improve on it though. YouTube, because Eileen, when I mentioned this before. Hey Paul, great to see you here. Yeah, when I mentioned this before, Eileen mentioned something about the YouTube studio phrase. Obviously, in the context of the title, it kind of makes sense because it's talking about a YouTube studio build, but it could be confused with YouTube Studio, i.e. the software that we're using right now to actually look at all this stuff, so the YouTube Studio itself. So what about YouTube Recording Studio? Let's have a little look if that makes any difference. It'll be a bit funny if that has any massive effect, but it could well do. Let's have a little look. No, in fact, abort, forget it, change of plan. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this particular one at the moment then, because, yeah, the score, not really sure about that. I suppose I should really be drilling in to look at something else. But I think with that then, those were the tests I was going to run. I did go in and add in a few extra cards and things like that to my videos. I watched another Nick Nimmin stream. It's one from this weekend, but he was talking as well about in there was talking about cards as well again, and obviously the placement of them. I think it's something that I've probably gone from one extreme to the other. So in the beginning on my channel, I was trying to maximize, put 5 cards, the maximum you can have in the video, and some of them would come within the first 2 minutes, the first 10% of the video, which is not what you want to do, because then you're basically giving, asking people to click off your video before they've even got into it. So that was a bit foolish. And then I think I've probably gone the opposite way, in that I've been rarely using cards in my more recent videos, whereas there's an opportunity to basically look for places where people are maybe clicking off from the video towards the end, or as people are getting towards the end, leading into another video. So what I'll probably do is do something that is kind of like a linking to relevant playlists and stuff like that within my existing content that I've been uploading recently, and just add those in towards the end when there's a sort of slight drop off in the retention rate. But that's all for me today. Just a little quick one, just to pop in and out. I suppose I should just quickly mention that in terms of the videos and the progress towards this all this craziness for Cedar, self-imposed craziness. I'm up to date in terms of the quantity, just that it's all in the wrong order. Let me just quickly hop over to here. I did these ones: thumbnail overlays, retention analysis, click-through rate opportunities. I've actually jumped around with this one. So this is the thing, you see, I've not done these in order. And the reason is because I just mentioned, I put these in there as I went through. We're obviously... where are we today? We're actually here, aren't we? Day number 11. There we go. So we're just doing this one now. In terms of the order of these, I sort of did this whole sort of load of TubeBuddy videos, but it was just as I came to the end of this particular video and did my outro, I felt like it would make more sense to go straight into the split testing video, which is funny because that is what kind of we've been doing today. But there is a split testing video as well going out that is a recorded one, just like more of a tutorial style thing on it. So I've got to, I've still got a few more. So there's 2 going out. So if I look in my YouTube studio, which is somewhere, where is it? It is over here. So I've got 2 more TubeBuddy videos that are just scheduled to go out. So I recorded these yesterday. I think I recorded 6 yesterday. And then in here, not in here, too many windows. I'm obviously not using Moom today to be a little bit more organized, am I? These are a little bit more thrown together. So I've still got a few more TubeBuddy ones to do. I'm going to do 4 more, I think, TubeBuddy videos. And then I'm going to get stuck into recording all of these Stream Deck and Loop Deck ones. So I'll just do a sort of whole stream of those, or rather a number of like consecutive ones on Stream Deck Beginner's Guide, Loop Deck Beginner's Guide, to sort of be the companion, I suppose, to my Stream Deck one. And then there's a load of different sort of other uses. The other thing that I found out today is that the Stream Deck pedal is finally available in Thailand. So I shall be ordering one of those pretty soon. By pretty soon, I mean within minutes. I'll be adding that into the course as well. So the Ecamm Live Masterclass, it covers all of the Stream Deck and Loop Deck stuff. Link down here, ecammlivemasterclass.com. But I'll be adding some extra content into there around the pedal as well. So that is all for the update for today, but I'll be back tomorrow with another little update and another change of focus, perhaps, in terms of the what I'll be doing. I'm going to use these Cedar things as, actually doing stuff live. So what I did think I might do is, because I've got a lot of shorts to do, I'm going to figure out a way to hook up my other laptop and then do the live stream from the laptop, but take the feed from, in Ecamm, but take the feed from my desktop Ecamm, so that I can do vertical video in my desktop, but then feed it into here. So that then basically I'll just like record the live, I'll record the shorts live to sort of show the process that I go through in terms of setting up the desktop to get all the different elements on and stuff like that. So I thought that might be a little bit of fun, and maybe it could all end in disaster. We'll have to see how that works. But so that is all for me. I've said that 3 times now. That really is all for me. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Paul, Kevin, and Rich. Great to see you as always. And I'm going to get cracking with some more videos. So till the next time, have a great day, everyone. And some more videos coming up there if you are watching on the replay.